Graph the following function over the indicated interval. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pick which one of these graphs is y equals 3 to the x. I'm going to write that down. Y equals 3 to the x. Now they talk about an interval, and that is -2 to 2. Now this is called interval notation, and all it's saying is we're just going to look at the graph between x equals -2 and x equals 2. So don't freak out about that. It's really not part of how we're going to pick it. Kind of there to confuse us a little bit, but we're just going to ignore that part, okay? A little tricky there, but not bad. What we need to remember is that y equals b to the x, that this picture, when we graph it, is going to look like this. If we have y equals b to the negative x, that picture is going to look like this. So let's look at what we have. The first one could be, because it's to the right, all right? It can't be b, because that would be b to the negative x, so it's not that one either. It could be c, okay, it's going up, that's a possibility, but it can't be d either, okay, because this is a parabola. So we think it's either a or c. Now there's another property we need to remember, is that whenever we have a graph, it always goes through 0, 1. Now let's look at our pictures again. This one looks like it goes through, here is 0, 0. It looks like it goes through 0, 1. It looks like this one might be it, but let's look at the other one too. Now, as we look at this one, here's 0, 0. Doesn't go through 0, 1, does it? So that definitely tells us it has to be A. Now I'm going to make this bigger once again. It's going in the positive x direction, and it goes through 0, 1. So that's it. It's A. All right, cool. Let's look at another one. Graph the following function over the indicated interval. I'm going to write this one out. Y equals 1/2 to the x, which is the same thing as saying 2 to the negative x. Now, I'm not going to get way into the negative x, but the negative x basically says if I have something in the denominator, I bring it to the top and I change the exponent. I suggest you go to YouTube and just do negative exponent, and there'll be tons of help that you can find. But we're going to continue, and once again, it says our interval is between -2 and 2. This is called interval notation. All they're saying is that we're looking at the picture between -2, x is -2, and x is 2. Now, I left our notes from before. All right, so let's look at our choices. We have A, but it kind of looks like a parabola, almost. B, now B is looking good because it's going up to the left. And it looks like it goes through 0, 1, but we're going to take a closer look at this picture in a second. For C, no, because this really looks like a parabola. And D, no, because positive x goes this way. So I think we pretty much picked B, but let's take a closer look. It looks like we're good because it's going up to the left. And look, it goes through 0, 1. And that's all we have to do to figure out that it's B. Yay!